Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Saturday, July 15th at 17:10 in the afternoon Eastern Time. So God bless us all. And for those two guys from Australia that got killed in Iraq in 2010 here around this time of year, God bless them and their families. Yeah, well, that's sort of like from the sublime to the ridiculous. So now on to the ridiculous. Well, could be ridiculous, maybe not. Well, let's just get to the really ridiculous part right off. Now, I discovered this underwear called, and this is not a sponsored video. No, they did not contact me. This company, Eternal Century briefs. Now, if you know, it's got a really nice place for your junk. See how there's a nice little place for your junk? And they're very low rise. See, this is like, there's this much distance here between it's low rise. I'm not going to model them for you. I've got them on right now. They make you feel like you're like sex on a stick. Where's that? Come here. See, well, I can't. Here, let's try that. There we go. Like sex on a stick. One of the Amazon reviewers said, and I can attest to this, hold your junk in place all day. I'll tell you, these things need to be outlawed in some cities probably, I bet you can't wear those things in parts of the Mideast. Or maybe you can, since you're covering it with some sort of gown or whatever you want to call it. Well, that little foray international relationships. I just got an email from my friend Ruth, who I've known for a while. I've known Ruth ever since like 1970 something or other, early in 1970, very early in 1970 actually, and. A fellow that lives across the street from her named Gary, who she's also known forever and ever, amen, and who I've known forever and ever, amen. He made an appearance in the, at least by reference, in my Glock 21 video the other day, and he's the one sold these things to me. And I guess he goes over to Ruth's all the time, and I guess he was emailing me from Ruth's computer from her email address. And he said that, sent a little bit of a correction. But, you always have to know when he sends you a correction that there's a little bit of bristly defensiveness there. And he said, well, I'll go from the last of what he said to the first. He said, I've sold those were $350 a piece. The two guns he sold me, $350 a piece. Okay, fine. I said they're around $400, as I recall what I said. Yeah, that's about $300, and certainly nowadays, now with inflation, it is around $400. And I know daggone well that I gave him $400 for one of the guns as kind of like a finder's fee. Oh, how great, you're giving me this deal. Yeah, I know I got a great deal. Yeah. And it turns out the hand loads, although I'd said that he had told me, and I know he did tell me, because I don't forget stuff like this. I don't forget stuff that's firearms related. I'm going to tell you that right now, because that's deadly serious crap. He said that these hand loads were from another police officer who did a lot of it. That's as damn near a quote as I can come up with, and I'll stand by that. But it turns out he did it. He says it was one of his early attempts at hand loading. Okay, fine. Neither here nor there. As I said, a single shot ammo, or in a revolver situation, if you have one of these adapters for a revolver that you can shoot 45 ACP in a revolver, no problem. No hang fires, no misfires. But they just won't cycle this, it didn't cycle this semi-automatic firearm. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's your first time or not. If it doesn't make the firearm work, it's not worth the damn, is it? And then, well, let me just be accurate here. Oh, what am I doing? I need to. I want to be sure that I'm quoting things correctly. Well, let's just quote the whole daggone thing. Hello from, you paid me $3.50 a piece for the Glock 21s. Indeed, the ammo was crap, not meant to do anything but plink and fire the pistol. I believe those were among my first attempts reloading with a single-arm Lyman press and a crappy hand primer. Well, the hand primer right there is a major mistake. That's why it was free. Well, there's always a deal with him, and there's always something free. If you aren't happy with your pistols, I'll buy them back from you, no problem. You definitely got a good deal. I've got plenty of 45 reloaded ammo in premium condition if you need it. Well, no, I get plenty of 45 ammo in premium condition from Midway Arms. Thank you very much. And then I'd reply, yes, the defensive bristling. And I said, I'm very happy with the guns, both the slightly better one I gave to Thomas and mine. No, Thomas does not want to return his to me. And here's the thing is, this is a bit of a, he is keeping it and not, as some folks do, planning on selling it on. I've had a number of people I've given guns to over the year. They take that gun, they go out and sell it on. They don't come and say, Joe, do you want your gun back? No. Well, then I talked about, I didn't realize he had loaded it. And I talked about the priming. You get a much better feel with the single-stage reloading press. And then, by this time, I was getting kind of pissed off. Okay, $350 rather than $400. Give me a effing break. I know I got a great deal, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I said, choose your own tone to insert here. And, of course, unfortunately, I said on tone. I didn't go back and actually proofread it properly. But own tone to insert here. Well, I know this makes me sound like a bit of a woman, but I don't need that kind of shit. Come on. We made a deal. I'm very happy with it. Fine. You gave me some ammo that purportedly was loaded by somebody else that you trusted, and it didn't cycle the gun. I didn't expect it to, quite frankly. But it was safe. So give me a break. So yesterday, this morning, I kind of work back. Let's kind of work backwards in time. So this morning, this is not, let's not do a time zero approach to this. Last night around, I think it was 8:45, my friend from Seattle, emailed me and says, you want to Skype? I said, sure, fuck. Yeah, I'd love to Skype, because he and I quite often Skype on Friday night. We get kind of simple and silly. Well, it turns out the fellow he's living with in Chicago, taking care of some stuff with his dad and for his dad. His mother just died recently and so forth. So, my friend in Seattle was kind of on his own, and so he could talk freely and so forth. He can talk freely anyway, but it's... And he was surprisingly patient with me about this Australian fella thing that's going on with me, and hopefully with him too. It would be like his U.S. fella thing. My Seattle friend is very, he historically doesn't have much tolerance for this kind of shit, and I don't blame him. But he was, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the folks that have listened to this stuff and borne with me. But I'll tell you, this is the first. this is the first time any of this kind of stuff's ever happened to me. And, you know, what's going to happen? I don't know. It's in God's hands. Let God's will be done. That sort of thing. Driving out to the West Coast and plane trips out to the West Coast to see this guy before he goes back to Australia were discussed. No conclusion reached. Well, I've got about a 2-week interval before he goes to. He's got, he'll be on the road another 6 days before he gets to Los Angeles. He's going to be in Los Angeles 6 days, 7 days, 6 days, and then go. He doesn't even know quite how he's going to get up to San Francisco yet. So, we'll see. Till that time, I'm going to be in a bit of a. I'll tell you, I'd rather be in a bit of a turmoil and quandary and feel alive than just sort of going. Yeah, let me feel alive and in a quandary about somebody I think I care about. Well, hell, no, I care about. Rather than just going. Okay. Let's see. Now here's a really puzzling thing that happened. See, so we went on. We got off around about 11:45. No, yeah, 11:30 at night last night. And so then I went to bed, and I got up in the middle of the night, 65-year-old guys get in the middle of the night, take leaks all the time, and. Fortunately, I've been doing so increasingly less frequently. I don't know, maybe that's a bad sign. And I stepped on something metallic, and I thought, I doubt those are my glasses but they were indeed my glasses, these glasses. And let's see, it was this side, and it was bent down at about this much of an angle. Let's see, let's do this here. And it was bent here at the this juncture, not the hinge. And I'm thinking, well, if I've buggered the front part of these frames, that's it. But no, I'll tell you, and I was able to bend it back, and they're absolutely flat, worked fine, no damage. This set of frames, by the way. Excuse me. I've stepped on them. Several times. I've fallen on them on my face. They've fallen off my face after I fell into the fire pit in 2011. They were mashed into the mud during the Great Creek Drunk of Memorial Day 1998. These things have been indestructible, and they were last night too. An 105-pound man stepped, and I kind of actually paused on them for a while. I have no idea how they got there because I always put them right on top of the Bibles next to my bed. Yes, I sleep next to a stack of Bibles. And the Book of Common Prayer. 1662, thank you very much. Not the crap that passes for the prayer book here in the United States. So, the only thing I can figure out is I must have been having a vivid dream, and for some reason I reached over and I put them on, and then I took them off and I tossed them. Which, if I am having these kind of vivid dreams that I'm not aware of, that's possibly worrisome, because I'm not on any drugs that would do that. So, it's not like I'm on one of these benzodiazepine things that do that kind of stuff. So that's a bit of a mystery. Fortunately, no damage done. And another data point to add to your... Yeah. Here's the sirens. Yeah. as somebody at church said, hold on, honey, they're on their way. Well, there they are. They are on their way, aren't they? Well, let's see. Oh, so I went and got. I only. I got some, 4 boxes of wine this morning. I had to go to the post office and mail a bunch of stuff, so I did that too. And I got, and there's well, there are about 3 or 4 guys down there at Giant Eagle that will, when they see me sort of standing in line with my 4 boxes, my little cart, they'll pull me off to the side and they'll run me through special, because they're used to seeing me in there about every 2 weeks. I was in there a little bit earlier than usual this time because I bought a box of wine for Liz, because she'd run through her Chardonnay. No, there are a couple of really nice guys down there that cater to me, especially in terms of just getting me in and out. Without having to wait through somebody, these little tiny bags of lettuce and produce. And then my favorite's the one that brings out the stack of coupons about this thick, Bing, 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 that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, then I went to Staples because I want to find one. I've not seen them, but I know they've got to exist. Like one of these, the same kind of material that they make computer, laptop cases out of that you carry your laptop around in. But it's like a slip case, just enough padding you can put it in some carry-on luggage without having to take up this much space in your carry-on. Let's take up this much space in your carry-on luggage. Staples didn't have one of those, nor did they have the legal-sized folder files without them all being tarted up, like for law offices. These are hard to find, but my tax files on the standard single folders are about this thick. I mean, I really need something more substantial to stick these things in. And I want them bigger than just the 8.5 by 11. I want the legal size stuff because, a lot of my stuff sticks out the ends of these things. So. Well, that'll be an online search. 2 online searches, as it turns out, I think, probably. Okay. Okay. Oh, I looked like monocular there for a bit. They call him Mr. No Depth Perception. Well, I've rattled on enough, more accurately. I thank all the people that care enough to look at me and give a damn. So that doesn't happen very often. I've been humbled and, I won't say surprised, but humbled and grateful for people that have tolerated me talking about this kind of intense, personal, emotional, and it's not just emotional, it's a head thing too, about this fellow from Australia. So I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to go to church. I don't want to listen to because they're having the family fun fair today. The family fun fair. They're closing off Winter Street. They've got bouncy castles and things. Just give it a rest. Yeah, that's great. No, that's fine. That's fine. But don't go on and on and on about it. So he's going on and on and on about it. So on that note, I'll say bye-bye, YouTubers. Here we go.